Hello, race fans, and welcome to the 2007 MSDGC Birdie Skins. I'm Steve Dodge, and today we'll be watching Mike Hoffman, Chris Sprague, Naved Hosnane, and Board Solang duke it out for $500. First on the tee is Board Solang. Board comes all the way from Norwalk, Connecticut, and here's his drive on hole 1 of the MSDGC Birdie Skins. He and 4 other talented disc golfers all shot 50s in the Birdie Skins qualifier. Board won it in a 1-hole playoff. Next on the tee is Naved Hosnane, coming all the way up from Woodbridge, Virginia. At this tournament, Naved was sponsored by 1080 Premium Discs, the same kind folks that sponsored this Birdie Skins. We move on to Mike Hoffman. Mike comes at us from Raleigh, North Carolina, shot a 48 in the Birdie Skins qualifier. Perhaps this will be Mike's breakout year at the MSDGC. Fades left. Oh, Justin! We go to Chris Sprague, who's recently moved to Rock Island, Illinois. Our 2006 MSDGC champion looks to keep things going. He shot a 48 at the Birdie Skins qualifier. He puts up his drive. That has enough gas, but it fades pretty far left. Chris will be the farthest out. He shoots first for the deuce. Oh, that is online. Right at the basket. Oh, high. Oh. Rolls into the pond. Best he can do is a bogey. Chris Sprague is out of the first hole. We go to Mike Hoffman, who has about 70 feet for birdie. Going second, he doesn't want to go too far past. He wants to make sure he gets his 3 so he can push if the other guys don't make it. But he still wants to make a run. A conservative run by Mike. That lands below the basket. We go to Board Solang. Board's got this 60 feet for birdie. Straight at the pin. The wind picks it up a bit. That's a par. We go to Naved Hosnane, who's stuck in the bushes. He puts up a hammer. That looks good. Fades a little right. He also has the par. We're moving on to hole 2. Board Solang on the tee. Looks like he's trying the big left-to-right Anheuser route. He puts up a big left-to-right shot. It curves right. Oh, that's a nice shot. He's left himself a putt. And a deuce just might win the skin on hole 2. Here's Mike Hoffman on the tee. He's lined up to shoot it straight through the thin gap. He pulls it right. It kicks left. Mike doesn't have a shot at the deuce. And now Chris Sprague on the tee. After seeing that shot at the thin gap, Chris Sprague opts for the big ante. There's not enough mustard on that, baby. Turns back left. Sprague's an extra 10 feet out from board. We go to Naved Hosnane for birdie. That leaves Chris Sprague and Board Solang with chances at birdie. Here's Chris. Board Solang to win a $75 skin. Board was in the MSDGC Birdie Skins last year. Didn't win a cent. He's 21 holes into it. Never won a skin on hole 4. That gets through the gap. Fades left. He's got a tough look at birdie. Here's Naved Hosnane. Throws it straight as a string. Right through the thin gap that keeps on going. Naved's putting for 3. Here's Mike Hoffman off left. And that leaves Chris Sprague, 2006 MSDGC champion. Shot the best score in Birdie Skins. Here's his throw on hole 4. That is a beautiful drive, straight down, skips off the root, settles 4 feet away. He's got the deuce. That leaves Board Solang with the only chance to push. For birdie. Off the top. Chris Sprague will be winning this first skin. $100 in his pocket. Welcome aboard. Chris will be teeing off first on the challenging hole 5. He goes over the water. Doesn't fade back enough. Chris is OB. I would expect a couple of these folks will park it and get the easy deuce. Here's Board Solang. That's coming back. Oh, that just barely made it. He is inbounds by a foot. You can see the OB rope just beyond his disc. After Naved Hosnane pulls it way right, he's got about a 60-footer for birdie. We go to Mike Hoffman with a door wide open. He puts out his flick. That's coming back. That's a beautiful shot. He pins it. He's got a step-in birdie. Here's Naved Hosnane to push with Mike Hoffman. That leaves Board Solang. Quite a bit of pressure again. 2 holes in a row. He's got a chance to push. Basket. Mike Hoffman takes home a skin. He is on the board. Happy days are here again. We jump to hole 6. Mike Hoffman threw OB on his drive. And Chris Sprague decides to join him. The door is wide open for Naved and Board to cash their first skins. Here's Naved's drive. Right down the chute. Turns right. That is the best drive I have ever seen on this hole. Unbelievable shot by Naved. He's got a look at eagle. And now Board Solang. A beautiful drive. Great follow through. Turns right. He too's got a look at eagle. A tough one, but a look. We see Mike Hoffman and Chris Sprague walking down the fairway, hoping these guys can manage a push. Here's Board Solang's eagle putt. Oh my, he's still out. We go to Board Solang's birdie putt. He's got to sink this to put any pressure at all on Naved. Naved gets a skin. He's just got to lay up, put it under the basket, and take some cash. Consider it done. Just so you know, Steve Brinster is still the only person to ever deuce that hole. Naved Hosnane on hole 7 gets a nice drive off.
Oh, get him.
He's got a tough look at deuce. We go to Mike Hoffman. He puts it up, fades way left. He's in trouble off to the left. Those woods are thick. And we go to Chris Sprague. Puts it up. Little to the right. Kicks left. He should have a shot at 3. And Board Solang. Who still never won a skin, has the best look at deuce, albeit a toughie. Here's Chris Sprague for deuce. If he can sink this. Oh, he's just a little far. Naved Hosnane for the birdie. And a probable skin. It's up. It looks really good. Hits a branch. Life is tough. Yeah, baby. Board Solang for the skin.
Get in there.
Nice run, Board. That's 25 holes in a row. Board has not won a skin. Not that we're keeping track. Here's Naved Hosnane on the tee of the 8th hole. It's a beautiful drive. A little bit right. Should be an easy deuce.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Mike Hoffman puts up his unpatented flick.
Go, go,
Oh, cuts across the front of the basket. Nice run by Mike. Next up, Chris Sprague. Chris is the only player to ever win an MSDGC that didn't go into a sudden death. He puts up a nice drive. He also has the deuce. That leaves Board Soling with an opportunity to get an ace and a skin. 25 holes in a row. He hasn't won a skin yet. I wouldn't bet on the ace here. He pulls it a bit right. Oh, gets by the tree. He gives himself a shot at deuce. We've got a push on hole 8. We go to hole 9. Naved Hosnane on the tee. That is a beautiful drive. Oh, no, right off that center tree. You need to be just to the right of that tree. Here's Mike Hoffman. Oh, no, the same tree. That flick was curving in. That was going to be a nice shot if it went far enough. Chris Sprague, who last year made an ace run, missing chains by about a foot. Double checking to make sure we haven't moved anything. Including that tree. Chris, we did not move that tree. It is still there. All 3 in a row have hit it. Board Soling with another opportunity. Throws it up and over. Gets a nice kick. He's left with about 25 feet for the birdie. Naved Hosnane. Little low, off the post. Here's Board Soling with yet another opportunity to win a skin. $75 skin on the line. Welcome aboard, Mr. Soling. We go to Board Soling on the tee of hole 10, teeing off first. Oh, he is feeling his oats. He puts everything into that and overthrows by about 40 feet. Naved Hosnane on the tee. Puts up a beautiful drive. That's exactly where I'd like to throw it, if I could. An easy 15-foot birdie for Naved. Chris Sprague. Oh, way left. He's got a tough putt from behind those big pines. Speaking of which, oh, Mike Hoffman off the basket for birdie. Here's Board Soling for birdie and a probable push. Oh, off the basket, over the wall. We go to Chris Sprague, who's trying a lefty. What is that? A lefty scuba. That leaves Naved with a 15-footer. It seemed easy a while ago. And still does. To push with Chris Sprague. These guys are playing some fun golf as we move on to hole 11. Chris Sprague with his second lefty shot in a row. It's a beautiful drive. My goodness. Fades back into the center. And here's his look at that gold pin. 840 feet. 2 throws later, he is through the gap. Skips up. He's probably 45 feet away for the birdie. Here's Naved Hosnane's second shot. Through the gap. Curves right. 15 feet short. Naved Hosnane with a great look at birdie on this difficult par 4. Chris Sprague in the air off the top. Naved with a great chance to win a skin. A skin he just pushed. Everybody's on the board, and we are rolling to hole 12. Naved puts it up. Oh, that fades way left. He is in trouble he is not in the woods.
Way to talk to it.
That's a little bit of a break. And we go to Board Solang on hole 12. He fires a nice light green rocket ship to the base of a tree about 120 feet away from the pin. Mike Hoffman. Big shot. Through the branches, he's 20 feet left, pin high. Great shot by Mike. And that leaves Chris Sprague to try to put some pressure on Mike. Hopefully get the push. Speaking of pushing, he pushed that way right. Comes back a little left. He's got about 70 feet to push with Mike. Here's Board Solang's birdie approach. Off right, we go to Chris Sprague for birdie. And a probable push with Mike. Hits a branch, goes low. Mike Hoffman to win a skin. Oh no! How'd that go through? Mike Hoffman got robbed. Let's see that again.
Oh my goodness.
Naved Hosnane teeing off on hole 13. Little high, little left. It fades down right. It gets through. Nice shot by Naved. He's got about 40 feet for birdie. And a birdie will probably do it as Chris Sprague's upshot sets himself up for the par. Mike Hoffman's upshot. Not so good. Mike's having trouble after that missed putt. Here's Board Solang. Flag! He's set up for the par. Nice, exciting shot by Board. Here's Naved to win a skin. Oh. We move on to hole 14 with a $75 skin on the line and Naved Hosnane on the tee. Looks like it's going to fade left early. Right in the base of the laurel. Naved's got a tricky little putt for birdie. Here's Board Solang.
There you go, baby. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Nice shot. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, scooches by the pin. An easy birdie for Board. Little bit of 5 action from Sprague. And we move on to Mike Hoffman on the tee. I remember last year Mike Hoffman hit the lone pine and dropped safe to save his par during the tournament. And this one he buries in the woods. Chris Sprague, who knows this hole well, loves that straight little laser beam. It won him the tournament last year. That cuts in early. It's left to Naved and Board. Naved with the deuce. Board to push, a $75 skin. And we are up to a $100 skin because on hole 12, Mike Hoffman didn't want it. On hole 13, Naved didn't want it. We go to hole 15 with Naved. Oh, little short, little left, right behind a tree. He's in trouble for the birdie. Board Solang. Straight as a string, right down the gut. Fades left, pin high. Mike Hoffman. Oh, a beautiful flick. If that comes back right, it's... Oh, off the tree. Mike is still getting denied by this course. Chris Sprague. A little bit right. Fights through the woods. He's got this for birdie. It's between him and Board for the skin. $100. Port Solang. Birdie! Woo! Bringing it home, Board. Board Solang, 175 bucks. Here he is on the tee of hole 17. Puts up the big ante. Gets some legs. That's about 40 feet short. He could make that. Naved Hosnane on the tee. The big left to right ante sputters out a little early. He's got about 100 feet. Mike Hoffman. What a big, easy arm he's got. Look at that thing turn right. Pin high. He's about 20 feet to the right. That's about the same distance he missed on 12. Chris Sprague puts up a very nice shot. Oh, that's not fading back soon enough. He is on the edge of the woods, about 60 feet right. We go to Naved Hosnane for birdie. He puts up a big hyzer putt. Oh, just past the pin. A beautiful shot by Naved. Chris Sprague for birdie. It's looking good for Mike Hoffman right now. Yeah. Oh, my Dick Enberg. We've got a battle for the skins on 17. Here's Board Solang to push with Chris Sprague. And that leaves Mike Hoffman, who's been struggling since that unfortunate miss on hole 12. Ooh, count it. That was real close. Hitting the top of the basket before it hit the chains. Watch this. Either way, we're going to hole 18 with $100 on the line. Our fearless foursome shakes hands, and we go to Board Solang.
There you go.
That is a big, beautiful drive. That's exactly what you want to do. Set yourself up for the up and down onto the island green. Here's Naved Hosnane. We can watch as it turns the corner. Keeps going, fades a little left. He should have a look onto the island green. Next up, Mike Hoffman. Probably the sentimental favorite at this point. That disc is a beautiful shot. Huge distance. Right in the opening. His patented flick should put him on the green. Chris Sprague puts it up. Not enough mustard on that juice. That fades left.
It's open over there. Yeah.
Here's his second shot to try to get on the island green. Probably got about 280 feet just to reach the island green. Oh, and he throws a 275, just short. Chris Sprague is OB and out of this hole. Board Solang now. A nice turn, nice nestle. He's on the green. And here's what our cameraman caught on Naved's disc. OB. It's up to Mike Hoffman. He's got to get on the green to try to push with Board, and he does, and he parks it. Yeah. Mike Hoffman with a beautiful shot. All kinds of setup for the walk-in birdie. Here's Chris Sprague having fun for the par.
Oh, nice.
Board for the push with Mike Hoffman so they can go to a CTP on hole 1. $100 putt. Oh, off right. Congratulations, Mr. Hoffman. You're bringing home another $100 with this putt. And that concludes the MSDGC Birdie Skins for 2007. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve Dodge. Have a great day.